been in some of these countries in Asia, because the elderly are not able to take care of themselves and they can't work, so they're resorting to petty crimes. We put them in jail or them get a them sick. Because remember, so then you live from the state now, you know. The state have to feed you and them have to clothe you and them have to provide shelter. So this is happening in some countries right now.
Ziggy, the reason why I asked that question, I said no. I've worked for 30 years with young people in education. And I have young people and I put the choice in front of them. And I'm telling you, there are young people who tell me, hell no way, Mr. Russell, Dr. Russell. I ain't going to work. I'm not going to become a teacher at this when I can buy a beamer for some little chop the line scammer money. No way.
But Dr. Russell, can I ask you a question? If you work with 1,000 students, do you say all 1,000 of them fail?
No.
All right then. So that's the point what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that it's not the majority of the population or the majority of the youths. You don't focus on the ones that you can't get through to. Focus on the ones that you can get through.
But we can't leave them behind.
No, you can't leave them behind. But I mean, so you can't leave them. But even with your household, in a way of speaking, yes, and if you have 10 kids and you know that your resources only can take care. Your resources has to be spread across all 10 kids. But you have one that maybe require more attention. Do you focus most of your resources on that one? No, you focus your resources on the 9 that are actually doing good, and you try your best with the 10 that's there. You're not leaving them behind, but eventually they have to fall in full, or they're gonna have to face the consequences, whether it's jail. And that's why we still have jail, and that's why we have courts and all that stuff like that. I mean, you know, but let's focus on the ones who are doing good and move from there.
Uncles, come in.
Ziggy, is it the first time you're seeing this live? Like you come up on our live?
I don't. You have a specific group? I don't know. Yes, this is the first time I'm here, but I didn't know that you guys have a specific group. Okay. That's your live. You're calling your live.
Yeah, man. We have specific groups.
Okay, my apologies.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
So
if that's a question,
so let me tell you. Introduce. I am son of Punkus, right?
Yeah,
here,
there are
all
big
Jamaica
feedback in the
Labour
back,
parties.
Or somebody has a big feedback.
No, it's his background.
Yeah, man. With the work and the music, I play. Yeah. So what may I say to you? This is a Jamaica Labour Party supporters live, right? But we are for Jamaica first. You understand me? And what we deem best for Jamaica is the Jamaica Labour Party led government, right? No, we are not sheep and we're not blind. I am saying to you, based on the first time, it's a virgin experience with us. We focus on the positive, but we also focus on all the around topics where we identify the situation that's happening at hand. You spoke about Heart Academy. Me and one of the directors for Heart Academy are close friends, and he must say the programs are not fully subscribed. Them want all of the programs where you list out a while ago. Electrical, mechanical, they need hundreds of thousands of people same way. Them still have empty classrooms. You understand me? The labor force are 3.7% in terms of unemployment rate. We have over 170,000 people outside of that who are underemployed, who are unemployable, and who not look no work. You understand me? So there's still a lot more work to be done. The government can't live for people and carry them and put them down in one job or in our school. But as give an example here, my mother since 2019 to today have three, as a 68-year-old woman, she have 3 Heart Academy certificates, right? She do that in 5 years. Every morning when she go to school, she said to the boy in the corner, you see me only see them right so? Just walk with me and come sit in the classroom. Them have barber, them have construction, them have electrical, them have whole computing, right? Them have say, Mama work, money we are looking on. But them sit down in the whole day upon the corner. So these are some of the issues where we are identifying and talk about. Say, them people are the one who complain the loudest. The one them who not pay no tax apart from GCT because they have to buy something. If they never hungry, they won't pay no tax at all. You understand me? This country pander to the unemployed, unemployable, and the worthless and the drunk behavior too much. We pander to them too much. Imagine somebody thief land and you have a large population, I say. If we give them somewhere again, them already get somewhere free, you know. And if we give them somewhere again, how that will push the country? They get somewhere free, you know. And if we give them somewhere again, how that will push the country? America don't do that to the people who homeless, you know. They don't do that. We have to stand up to stop them. Singapore have 3% crime, 2% are suicide, 1% are fraud. 3%, Virgin. So we can do it, my boss. We can do it. But guess what? Are persons like you and I who live in the diaspora, are we willing to really build the cat? Are we willing to take the decision to say, you know what? We are going to forego some of our rights, them, you know, and some of our luxuries and privileges, you know. Are we willing to do that to have a safe and better Jamaica?
What are you talking about? What is forego rights? Well, you got to clarify that for me a little bit. What?
One of the reasons why Singapore is like this, you can't criticize the government. You can't bash, you can't come out and say, it's like when people say, Andrew, SYM, your mother, at jail you're going for them something. So the freedom of speech, what we are talking about, what we enjoy, you understand me? How you see people drive on the road in Jamaica and talk about say, shut a driver. Officer allow them and a shut a driver. All of them are going to jail. Little things like that me I talk about. People who just build them house anyway. And build Congolian, people who fight the police, people do all kind of something. You understand me? And when how we call the boy and nothing that, a petty thing that they can overlook, they can get them on a blind. These are things we are talking about. You understand me? When you grease up and forget certain things done. Them the things that we are talking about. We have wholly civil liberties in Jamaica where many other first world countries where you can't do. United Kingdom, lock up an average of 6,000 people a year will make social media posts, will make bad comments about the government. 6,000 a year. The United Kingdom do that. You understand me? So we they enjoy wholly liberties and again, not for we talk because guess what? We are not willing to enjoy less of our luxuries that we have and the freedom that we have. You understand me? So we have to make a decision what kind of Jamaica we want. What kind of Jamaica do we want? You as a businessman, you understand me, shouldn't be subjected to. You know, have an agreement of 15 grand per 100 black. And all of a sudden they can overnight change it for you just so. Why boss, you have 22,000 now in a boss. It shouldn't go so.
It didn't work like that, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm not interjecting.
But I'm saying this is what they do all the while in the workspace. Especially construction. They do that all the while. Boss, now you know, so things change, things raise now, you know, so you know, 22 grand we got the whole thing, you know. Labor thing gone up now, you know, into the 8 grand, you know, 10 grand now for labor, you know. And that's one first world country run. You can't do things like that. So we have to try to organize and say, what do we really want? That's my question.
I agree with quite a few of things that he wants. I will be willing to give up my civil liberty where I can speak out in a way of speaking. Here's the reason why. Remember, I cut both ways, you know. We get a party that is actually they start locking us up, put a law in place and lock us up for actually speaking out against the government. What happened? What happened when it's the PMP time now? And we are talking about stuff. You should be able to criticize your government whether they do something wrong or right. You should be able to criticize and make your actions be the answer to anything that you do. And that's why I'm not worried about criticism of the government itself. You know, go ahead.
Mr. Ziggy, on a point of order, what you said, actually, the PNP is the only party that actually did it. Lock up people in the 70s for criticizing them, throw them in jail, deport them, beat them up.
Nobody
which is wrong.
Which is wrong. Constructive criticism is right. Constructive, because I would not want to lose my right to openly criticize the government. But what we're seeing now, Ziggy, is not criticism. We are seeing a lot of attacks, propaganda, lies, misinformation. And one of the biggest problems outside of where we are addressed right now is the fact that a lot of Jamaicans do not understand how government works. They do not understand governance. and them want things to be how them feel without educating themselves. So criticism, what them Havana said, a criticism, it is not criticism. It is far from criticism. It is attacks. It is lies. It is misinformation, and they're doing it on purpose. But there's a Mr. Jerome in the box. I don't want us to leave him out of the conversation. So may I let Ziggy finish up, and then may I allow Jerome to add in contribution to the conversation.
Fair enough. Thank you. But how do you classify those two in a way of speaking? You know, yes, we don't want the government to be able to lock us up because we're talking about them or whatever situation. It cuts both ways, and we have to understand that's not my issue. And I was only replying to his point about giving up rights in order to.
Ziggy,
But
Ziggy, I was very clear. Ziggy, I was very clear what I said. When somebody I go say Andrew and his wife thief the $1.4 billion. You understand me? Andrew give him pity them the $1.4 billion. Is that a criticism, boss? That's
no. Listen, don't take offense. You understand? Don't take offense. No.
I'm saying,
don't take.
We're not offense. No, Ziggy.
Yes, sir.
Ziggy,
I'm listening.
No, that's a
misread with tone or passion. It is not.
No, misread the tone. I am saying, Ziggy, specific things like you tell the Prime Minister, you tell the Deputy Prime Minister, you tell the Security Minister and all these things. You understand me? About them mother, about them picnic, about them wife, and them something there. You understand me? And you call them thief. You understand me? Andrew thief the $3 trillion. You understand me? With national debt at $1.2 trillion, how we thief 3 out of 1.2? Things like that where people are make videos and push them agenda there. You should be able to get away with that. Because night after night, day after day, we are on these platforms and we have to explain to people, say that is not the truth, and we have to show them, and even we show them to go up on the next platform and repeat the same thing. You should be punished for that, because a lot of people know who are not saying you're uneducated enough. Maybe you are too busy to follow up the politics like we follow up the politics and know the nitty-gritty of the politics. You understand me? So many people on the fringes here that say, Jesus Christ, Andrew thief $3 trillion. Boy, that's why down there can't develop enough. Why the people are sleeping and going in the hospital, or the hospital is not in a bed? None of that are not true. There's no shortage of beds in a hospital in Jamaica. None. We have bed space shortage. And we are addressing that. You understand me? The clinic them are open until 9 o'clock at night. No people don't know that. Or the clinic they not staff out. The clinic they not have a radar machine. That's not true. That's not true. You understand me?
So you're
on.
So you're saying that basically you are combating the misinformation in a way of speaking, and
yes,
people should be there, and people should be locked up for misinformation. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
But how do you classify when misinformation is? I mean, what if just put in say the PMP government is in power, and you guys are talking, or we are all talking on this app right now, and they take our words and misconstrue it and say it's misinformation. No, you think it's right for us to have to actually go to court to prove ourselves that it's not misinformation?
Yes.
Of course. Okay, so therefore
freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Ziggy, no remove the
liability.
right. No remove the responsibility of being honest and being truthful. The point, Ziggy, we are not saying that people cannot criticize the government, but criticize with factual information. You don't accuse. What they're doing is not criticism, Ziggy. It is not criticism. It is accusations and selling lies, authorized lies. Allegations.
Why Ziggy that?
Right?
No,
I don't know if Ziggy is still listening because him look like him have on tea time. Maybe him get a call. But the other day, Punku said it is alleged. It is alleged regarding the place down at Trelawney, the squatters squabble. And Mark Golin run out and say he go take out. He go sue him and no because in their foreign, Ray.
Well, we
Right?
can't
And he did
mention.
say it was an allegation. He said it was an allegation.
Because you're inserting people's name in it.
We
And
can't
that
mute
is
Mr.
dangerous.
Jerome, mute, please.
Mr. Jerome, your background
Yeah,
loud.
Jerome, mute the Jerome.
But
Mr.
Jerome,
Smith,
hold
mute,
on, let me
please.
allow him to come in. Come in, Jerome. Make we hear you quick.
Good morning. I'm in a bus. I'm on the way to the airport heading to Jamaica. I'm listening to you guys, and my little thing is we can't allow what we're seeing on the ground that is blighting the government effort to streamline our the economy and Jamaica
Crazy.
um,
And President the
at
app.
some point in time, the cabinet have to craft a law, a legislation, and bring it to parliament and prosecute people who do not have no facts and accusation of the
Cool
government,
facts.
whether it be personal, the government, and lock them up. If they cannot come with facts, they must be prosecuted. They developed countries do not stand for this kind of behavior. It doesn't stand for the live outside of Jamaica and over here is